What you looking at? I got a TKO on the bag where the pool is at. What you looking at, boy? What you looking at? Got two Tulies of my own. Now up, no, still might bring me sabotage back in 11. It's out that you gonna have to go through both. That's swole up. Anytime I pull up the bars, I buck up my shoulders and pour the heart. Word to God, my gears push to start a feature, but my skill set a la carte. Woo! You don't understand. I got something sins in one palm of my hand. Balls are right rigid and bodies get numb every time I demonstrate.
Yes, sir. What's happening, everybody? What's going on? Let me clear that up a little bit. There we go. Look at all that handsomeness going on. Let me fix that right there. All right, here we go. Hey, everybody, what's happening? It's your boy's Notorious One. Your mama like him and all that. The biggest one. And by the way, the most handsome one. And still your gal, junior heavyweight champion, TKO. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. We are back, baby. It's Monday night. You know what time it is. For all you crazy knockouts and knockouts out there in the world, I want to say thank you again for joining me on this Monday night. And it's another beautiful, beautiful day here in Graham, North Carolina. Like I'm like a weatherman and so many other things. People gotta realize how weird it is to sit here and look at yourself for an hour talking to yourself. Really weird. You get used to it after a while, right? But no, man, this weather's great. Hotter than blue blazes out here. I mean, here in North Carolina, I think we have hit record highs of heat at this time of year. We just been setting records after records after records in the worst way. Especially even me being out there working today. Your boy had to get on the trucks. And so for that, I was sweating like it was no tomorrow. However, life moves on, and that's all right, and that's okay, because I'm doing good, and I hope every one of you are as well. That's right. That's right. That's right. Monday night is your time for combat sports, and I'm gonna bring that news to you, as well as be able to tell you what's going down with Icon Pro Wrestling. For a lot of ladies and gentlemen out there, thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time, I'm gonna take it nice and easy with you. No, but here on this show, man, we just like to talk about first and foremost life, and then as well as get into the combat sports world where we talk about MMA boxing and wrestling. That is, I myself am a professional wrestler. Been wrestling now for 7 years. I am here in North Carolina, but I also own a professional wrestling company named Icon Pro Wrestling. Great news about Icon Pro Wrestling, that is, for everybody tuning in tonight. You guys get to see something that nobody else has seen yet. And we're going to unveil it tomorrow for everybody else in the public if you're not watching the show. But, ladies and gentlemen, get ready. It is Icon Pro Wrestling 11, and it is the quest for gold. It's going down, baby. It's going down at Hugh M. Cummings High School down here at 222 North Memphis Street in Burlington, North Carolina. The doors open up at 6. First match is 6:30. We typically run a 2-hour show. You're going to enjoy every single part of it, as well as the ticket prices are great and they're amazing. It's only $10 for general admission, 25 for front row, as well as you get the family package where a family of four, excuse me, only pay the price of 3 general admission tickets. So think about that. You bring 4 of your family, you get in for $30. Where else could you beat that price for seeing some of the most exciting wrestling you've ever seen in your life? If you're a person out there that's never seen wrestling live in front of your face, you come to the right place because Icon Pro provides some of the best up and coming wrestlers here in the independent scenes, as well as we always try to work with our community. We are honored in having the pleasure of working with Cummins High School in order to try to help the wrestling program. The one thing that I try to do as being the owner of Icon is make sure to always give back to our community because that's all we got. Our future is these kids, as well as making business connections and so many other things that I am a true believer in when it comes to community. A community thrives together because they all function together and find solutions instead of more issues. And I think that with wrestling, live entertainment brings people together in a way that I'm gonna be like no other. I mean, you have where you seeing guys and ladies out here in scantily class clothes, out here with baby oil, just all types of stuff where you're seeing people jump off the top rope, possibly seeing somebody get hit with a chair, you know, the excitement, the thrill ride, the story you're watching, the athleticism. It is captivating. So some people out here don't realize that the energy that is involved in being a professional wrestling show is like no other. It's its own entity. Just like the feeling you go to a football game, basketball, baseball, it doesn't matter. Everything has its own type of vibe and energy. And I know that uh, me myself, as being a professional wrestler, that's what made me fall in love with this business. See, what we do in the ring is number one, we have objective, and that's to win the match. Who wants to go in there voluntarily wanting to lose? Then what's the point of having a match? A match is about winning. As you know, I've been doing very well with that right now because I'm still your gal's junior heavyweight champion. But I would say that in this business, the thing that got my attention the most was is seeing people living out their dreams. There's so many people in this world say they want to be so much of a lawyer, a doctor, heck, a veterinarian, daycare, daycare owner, uh, so many different things in their life. You can be. And one thing that taught me about wrestling, going through the stages of what I've been through in wrestling to become a professional in this business. I knew that I came in with goals and a purpose. I'm a very determined person. So I know what if I go after something, if I really want it, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to be the best at where I'm at. And if I'm not, I'm disappointed because maybe I ain't tried hard enough. Because there's no reason underneath this sun that you should ever believe that you're never good enough nor somebody's better than you. We can find every excuse we can always circle around, but it always starts with yourself first. Then it flows outwardly. But in this business, I have seen so many communities come together. And when I mean communities, just because you live next door to your neighbor don't mean necessarily you're in the same community. Some people create other communities amongst themselves where they're in this group and some of the others are over here. We put so many walls up in so many of these areas in our life to segregate ourselves from what? The fear of ignorance. And being ignorant, what I say is because if you don't know enough and maybe you ain't asked the right enough questions, maybe you didn't research something enough. So I find that when we put on these wrestling shows, and some people say, these little events, no, they mean something because where else are you going to have someone that, for some of our fans, they feel like they're undesirables because for what they believe in, everybody tell them it's fake. They the ones that believe that TKO is real, and yet people outside of this building gonna tell him, "Oh, that's just this, that, and the third." Thank you. I would tell you from the bottom of my heart, as a performer, wrestler, and owner, we want to thank you. We also want to thank that other casual fan that comes by every now and again, depending on if that guy in town or not. Thank you. To the diehards, to the ones that understands and knows every single thing of what we do to put these shows on for you in order to put on the best matches we possibly can for you. Thank you. Because all of that is a community of people that want to be entertained, they want to have a good time, and they just want to get away from their problems in order to be able to enjoy what life has to offer. So that's what I do with Icon. That's why I'm a professional wrestler. That's why these men and women are out here sacrificing their bodies in all of these sports. Yes, it's about some money. Ultimately, I mean, why not? Right? It's great to get paid for what you love to do. That's what your passion is. And this is what we do at Icon. So I guarantee when you come to an Icon show, you will be waiting for the next one. Yet in the same time, you're gonna realize I see where this company is going because they believe and they invest in the people the most, and that's these these kids at the schools. Because Cummings High School, when I grown up, and still to this day, is one of the well-known powerhouses when it comes down to athletics in North Carolina. You can look it up. Cummings H is Hugh M. Cummings High School. Their indoor track team, I think, just won another state championship. I think they got a streak going. It's so much going on here in this county, Alamance County. And only thing I'm trying to do with Icon is saying where can I be in order to help the youth of where they can be at where they can be where I'm at today. Because everybody has the opportunity, as long as they allow themselves to taste a passion or they dream in life. And I encourage you out there, ladies and gentlemen, that if you find yourself stuck looking for your passion, your desire, then please stop on by Icon Pro Wrestling. Come on by to a show, especially the one going down on August the 8th here in Burlington, North Carolina. Because I promise you, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, we got so many people on here. We got Jamal the Titan. We got Buddy Flowers. We got that dastardly Metallica. He's back. He's back. He's in the first round matchup. And for the quest for the gold is for the Icon Pro's first ever heavyweight champion. You got the infamous man Tim. You got the first debut appearance for Bojack. Baby. When I mean to tell you guys, you have not seen somebody like this, man. Go check him out. His name is Bojack. Go look him up and wait till you see him. Good gracious alive. We got him right there for the show, as well as the return of Axel Jackson. That's right, one of the Icon originals, as well as someone that I graduated with through the CWF Mid-Atlantic Dojo. And then we also have Cowboy Cool J, as this is his alumni high school. He's back and ready to go, as well as the other half of the tag team champion, Don Petty. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you do not wait. Scan the QR code on the flyer. You can always donate. There's a donate section if you feel like you cannot be at the event, but you want to be able to give to these kids in our business to help them out. You can hit the description page. The website is iconpro.square.site. That is, again, iconpro.square.site. Check us out. You will see us currently getting the page ready to go as I'm adding more things. And the team and I are just excited. And we're ready for you guys to join us because we got some good stuff. Right now, I think we have 6 matches. 6 matches, I think 5 singles matches, and then, of course, our tag team champions in action. So you guys and ladies do not want to miss this event. Now, to go ahead and give you guys, ladies and gentlemen, another hot track from our featured artist this month. And, of course, last month, man, we want to give another big shout out to Jamal Nash, ladies and gentlemen. We got another song from him tonight. We got 2 songs. This is a man right here. He's hungry. He got a desire in his heart to be the best in this rap game. And I think this man knew which station to come to. The King of Monday Night, TKO, that is, on B-Fan 109.6. But tonight, everybody, we got a new track right here from Jamal Nash. It's called Dim Trenches.
Once upon a time, I thought taking things by deception or force was the best way to get what I wanted. But I was wrong. And I know all about them trenches. It's old style. I know all about them trenches. I was raised in them trenches. Hustled in them trenches. Spilled blood up in them trenches. I know all about them trenches. I was raised in them trenches. Hustled in them trenches. Spilled blood up in them trenches. I know all about them trenches. I was raised in them trenches. Hustled in them trenches. Spilled blood up in them trenches. I know all about them trenches. I was raised in them trenches. Hustled in them trenches. Spilled blood up in them trenches. Like free, miss one check, ass. Great boy, me can't fake. I respect greenbacks. Economy slow down, can't get paid now. Fuck a little Bud Jones with that cash cow. Every day I want my child. Need a lick, gotta figure how. Call up E for a robbing spree. He professional, never panicky. Used to crack safes for jewelry till he got lit up like a Christmas tree. 13 shots, kid you not. Look at it. Knots, mercenary, he bout to guap, ankles still high. I got them trenches, I was raised in them trenches, hustled in them trenches, spilled blood up in them trenches. I know all about them trenches. I was raised in them trenches, hustled in them trenches, spilled blood up in them trenches. I know all about them trenches. I was raised in them trenches, hustled in them trenches, spilled blood up in them trenches. I know all about them trenches. I was raised in them trenches, hustled in them trenches, spilled blood up in them trenches. On my bummer shit, yeah, Barack. Federal Reserve dough stacked in blocks. Since a youngin', your boy been shites like Dunny Wilson. I play in the heist. Then the thieves, that be me, like Chester Cheetah. I chase that cheese like Shine, I'm bad, boy. Shoot up clubs, boy. Time for war. Achilles and Troy. For law and order, you the poster boy. Call you snitches, DA McCoys. Lord and snakes, you racks destroyed. Being broke, that life annoyed. I want it all like the Waltons enjoy. When you a felon, hard to employ. Wanna move to Mars like Pastor Troy. So let's get this paper, trying to be rich, boy. I know all about them trenches. I was raised in them trenches, hustled in them trenches, spilled blood up in them trenches. I know all about them trenches. I was raised in them trenches, hustled in them trenches, spilled blood up in them trenches. I know all about them trenches. I was raised in them trenches, hustled in them trenches, spilled blood up in them trenches. I know all about them trenches. I was raised in them trenches, hustled in them trenches, spilled blood up in them trenches. Getting paid by illegal means ain't what's up, homie. Learn how to read and write and learn you a skill. Pray, grind, save and invest, then enjoy life. God bless.
And TKO, and I'm gonna no, I like that. All right, Jamal, my man Jamal Nash, everybody. That's them trenches. Hey man, I like the positive affirmation at the end. I like that brother. As well as somebody on the grind, man. He's in those trenches. He's fighting hard to climb to the top. And again, he's on this show featured right here, that's Hip Hop Spotlight Moment. And that's another hot track, ladies and gentlemen. Please go check out Jamal Nash. And that song right there is called Them Trenches. Hey, we're gonna get in the trenches with him because I see right there, my man's a fighter just like me. And I do believe that man's gonna keep striving till he gets to the top. So one way we can help him out is make sure you subscribe, share, and like his music. Make sure everybody hears about that because hey, if I like a song and that's a banger, let everybody else know. And if you, ladies and gentlemen, out there, want your song played here on the Knockout Hour, please don't waste no more time. Just come on and hit up my email at iconprowrestling.tko@gmail.com. That is, if you are any artist out there looking for a place to get your track spun during this show, very simple, very simple. Hit up my email address at iconprowrestling.tko@gmail.com. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't see him in the chat tonight. And I hope that what I prophesied would have been true. So I just need some confirmation. Because my man Brian, Flying Brian, from the United States 86 Airlift Wing, had a tournament to go through last week with the good ladies and gentlemen of the United States Air Force. And which I want to say again in every single week, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for always doing everything you can to protect our country. We do, us as Americans every single day is so grateful for you, every single sacrifice that you have to endure, that you will never, ever get the gratitude that you guys have earned out there for our country and our freedom. So thank you. We also just recently celebrated July 4th. So to everyone out there, happy July 4th. If you celebrate, that's great. And I hope everybody was safe, had a good time. Nobody blew out their fingers with fireworks. TKO myself, I stood outside my house with my daughter and my wife and just watched the neighborhood do it. Because everybody around here in my area likes to have I guess you would say Fire Wars race or something or battle. Because you'll see one house over here like, I ain't done yet, then boom, "Oh, you must have forgot who I am." And then the other one was like, "No, sucker, I just went to go get some water." So but no, I thought that was dope, man. It was pretty nice to see some fireworks. Other than that, I sat around with my kids. We played some Fortnite. If you bored and you want to check out me and my wife and my kids playing Fortnite, check out my Twitch channel, man. TKO336. Uh, yeah, I jump on the Twitch every now and again with my family. I'm gonna be honest. When I'm in game mode, I hate the language because I get to cussing a little bit. I hate that, but I'm competitive. That's why I like to win. And speaking of winning, we got a big shout out because they keep winning and they winning and they winning again because they are a proud sponsor of the Knockout Hour, and that is Monster Energy Drink. Thank you, Monster Energy Drink, for being a proud sponsor of the Knockout Hour. We think that when it comes down to the best energy drink, when you looking for that extra kick to get you through the day, where hey, it could be one of those things where you got a tall task, heck, you could just be kicking it around the house. Grab your Monster Energy Drink. Monster Energy Drink, again, is a proud sponsor of the Knockout Hour. So if you want to go out there and unleash the beast like TKO, make sure you grab your Monster. You can get anywhere, your local convenience stores or online. Heck, shop them up, look them up. But thank you, Monster. We appreciate you. And we had some things going down in the boxing land, which is something that I've seen me and a lot of people having a lot of conversations about lately. I see myself having these where I think I said it like it's almost verbatim on this show. I really believe that United States attention to the boxing world has really dwindled is because we don't have a heavyweight champion. I mean, look at like let's go back 7 years. And we're looking at Deontay Wilder was out here baseball batting these dudes. I mean, just striking them out left and right. And we had somebody to cheer. We had somebody to believe in until the trilogy of Tyson Fury. And we did not realize that someone can get up after that devastating overhand right. But all that power and all that force, Tyson Fury got up. And for a lot of people out here and fight in the combat game, or heck, if you ever been in a fight in life, everybody knows if you can take somebody's best punch and be able to stand up after that, then the intimidation factor and everything else is gone. Now, it's not to say you ain't cautious of the same thing happening again. You can get very much slipped. That's not even a debate. But what I would say is that that's how life is. A hard hit hits you. You find a way to find resiliency, get up, and then fight back. And I didn't know Tyson Fury was like that. I didn't. And so there is a overwhelming um, representation of the world now being in tune more the American markets. In every sport, everything there is in our culture, which that's how America is. It's a big melting pot anyway. But you see more prominent ways of where in our society, when you have an Alexander Usyk, you have a Tyson Fury, you have um, other great heavyweight champions right now, Anthony Joshua, there Andy Ruiz, got so many out here. But for America, I think the biggest problem is we don't have our guy to cheer behind. We don't have Deontay like we used to. Now, yes, he's trying to find his way back up that ladder. And it's very possible because all things are possible through God. And I believe he's one of those people. He's a firm believer in himself, and I think he can manifest himself another opportunity to get to that world title. And that's just keep going fight through fight, develop some more skill along the way because there's never a time in this game of fighting that you'll learn or master everything there is to know. And I believe that if Deontay still has a future in this business, I did see recently, I don't hopefully, and it's not some more rumors, but let's talk about it. I heard Alexander Usyk said he wanted to face Deontay Wilder before he retires, possibly this year. And for me, I love that. I love that for so many reasons. Deontay needs that big paycheck for what he has done for this business. I think that's the one he needs. He also, just like a lot of great fighters, we will say that they duck them, not necessarily. See, if someone is on a path to go win a championship and you lost to them on that path, then of course you're going in a different direction. And for Tyson Fury after he beat Deontay, their projections went in two different directions. And that led Tyson to fight Alexander while Deontay was building himself up to get to Anthony Joshua. And then before that fight, he got stopped. And so if there's a light at the end of the tunnel for Deontay Wilder and that opportunity comes, and I hope he accepts, then there it is. We can have that guy to say that's our guy. It's not to say we gave up. It's just hard to cheer when we don't know where you are or where you're going to appear. And I believe Deontay has the tools and he could develop that. We'll succeed, but and that's no disrespect on these two gentlemen right here because they went out here and had one heck of a fight. And that's Abdullah Mason and Albert Bell. And the result was Mason won with a TK on the 12th round. Now, there was a lot to be said about this stoppage because let's talk about it. Bell came in with the perfect style of frustrating Mason. I tell you about that too. I'm tired. But he got a long reach. He had a disciplined jab and the rhythm that focuses opponents to reset. And for the first half of the fight, Bell executed that game plan beautifully. He controlled distance, stabbed the jab, and forced Mason to follow him rather than cut him off. But Mason adjustment was the lead. So through the sixth to eighth round, the turn happened because Mason stopped headhunting and committed to the body. He began stepping inside Bell's jab instead of trying to slip it around it. And the left hand to the liver became the tax Bell paid every time he tried to pivot out. So Bell movement slowed, his punches lost snap, and Mason smelled blood. Between the ninth and 11th, the pressure became punishment because Mason's footwork was the difference. Small steps, consistent angles, never letting Bell reset. He trapped Bell repeatedly on the ropes, ripping combinations that forced Bell into survival mode. And then this is where it breaks down because in the 12th round to finish, Mason unleashed a championship level closing round because his first knockdown, a left uppercut that split Bell's guard. Then the second knockdown was a right hook as Bell tried to clinch. And then the ref stopped it as Mason pours on a barrage Bell couldn't answer. The thing that I've seen that really stuck out was Bell was commanding the first 5 to 6 rounds of that fight. And he had a good game plan. That was a very solid game plan. Again, he was a taller fighter, which Mason was going to have to keep working hard to get inside those punches. And that was the significant difference at the beginning I seen is that if you can keep him at bay, you can keep him away. And so if you sit there, boom, throw that jab at the right time, which Abdullah been known to get knocked down from that in his previous fight. Once he throws his overhands and he's trying to throw those crosses, he's getting caught with a straight punch. And so early in the match, Bell was doing that. Now, it was times with Mason again, because he's a shorter fighter, the better angle for him was to pop that body. Because again, you can't sit there and protect your midsection. You can't breathe, you can't win. And that's what really happened around the sixth to eighth round where that's when the change happened. And that's when Mason started to realize that here we go again with that theory and that thought. He probably took his best punch at this moment, and now he exposed him because as the fight went on, when you chopping that tree down, those body shots starts adding up. And so he put a punishment to the body, ayo. And that was the name of the game. So as the fight slows down, sometimes, it's almost like when I'm in the ring it's moments where it feels like for everybody else this is moving a million miles per hour, but for me it feels like everything's in slow motion. It may be I'm like I'm on one today, I'm in my zone, I'm just locked in. I don't know what to really describe it, but sometimes I could be in that ring and there could be nothing more. It's like I got tunnel vision. And naturally everything that you would known or you was uh taught would just all come together for some reason. And I love that. It's like a flow state. And I think that's what Mason ended up getting into with like a flow state. And he started letting those hands go, put those combinations together. See, when you start to put those one, two, three, put those multiple combinations, even if they don't land, that's telling your opponent, I'm willing to take it as far as you want to go, because I'm willing to go ahead and win this thing. And I think that in that last round, people say that a person should fall on their shield. And that's what my man Albert said. And I'm looking around like, bro, all right. I don't agree with that nowadays. I don't. I think that beyond so much research that has been done and the way that fight was, it was too much time left for him not to have not got beat. Is what I'm saying. He still almost had half a round when the ref called it. And he wasn't even close to standing up. If you already was down earlier in the round, then I don't see how you can say that let me just finish the fight. You wasn't going to finish it. I don't believe he would have. Because again, Mason smelled blood in the water and he attacked him. And he knew. He even asked his corner. He said, do I have to knock him out to win this one? Because it was that close. It really was that close. And he learned that he had to put everything he had in order to step on the gas and win. And I think that's how boxing with these young cats, they need to watch more people like Abdul Mason. He understands the excitement. What's up, Harper? How you doing? Appreciate you joining the show. Thank you, Harper. Hey, by the way, I got a my wrestling company, Icon. We got a show down here in Burlington on August the 8th. I'm gonna pass along to your mom. Okay, you see that, Harper? There we go. This way. All right, hold on. This way. Right there. All right, that's the next show. Make sure your mom and everybody sees that because I want y'all to come on and come to the show. Okay, this is my company right here. This is the Icon. I want y'all to come see. All right. Yeah, you like that. It's dope. All right. So I wanted to at least talk about that fight because it was driving uh the internet crazy. Said that's my birthday, so we might be there. Awesome. And you know, man, you already know I got a surprise for you when you come there for your birthday. So big shout out to you. Happy birthday, Harper. Yeah, hey, we're gonna definitely turn up for you, brother. I got you. So if y'all planning to come out, and I know, hey, if everything works out, let me know. I got you. Okay. All right. So let's see. I wanted to bring up, let's see, some of the big fights that's remaining in boxing this year. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Because I think that's the things we need to know to put down in our schedules. So let's make sure we get that in there. All right. So we have going down, let's see, in the month of July, let's see, we got at Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, we got Anthony Joshua versus Kristen Pernega, Prenia. Yeah, Preniga. Yeah, there we go, Preniga. And that's for the heavyweight division. Then we got in Sydney, Australia, we got Earl Spence Jr. versus Tim Tszyu, and that's going to be the junior middleweights going at it. All right, all right, all right, all right. We got on August the 1st, we got in Las Vegas, we got Lamont Roach Jr. He's going to get William Zippy. And that's for the vacant WBC lightweight title. I think that's the belt that Tank dropped, possible. That may be the belt right there. All right. Then we got some ladies' actions. We got in Dublin, Ireland, we got Katie Taylor, and that's going down against Flora Peel. And that's for the undisputed junior welterweight title on September the 5th. And then let's see, we got my man Canelo Alvarez is going to be on the fight on September the 12th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and he is going to get Christian Mibili, and that's going to be the WBC super middleweight title. And then on September 19th, we can see the rematch between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather in Las Vegas. You absolutely, positively cool with me, Harper. Yes. Hey, Susan, how you doing? I'm pretty sure Harper told you the good news. See? Appreciate it. See right there? Check us out. Here we go again. All right. There we go. Man, we got to figure this out. Okay. There we go. All right. There we go. Right there. That's my company. Please check out our website, hit the QR code, and be able to, check out what's going on. I'm still working on some things. Got some videos to put on there. So for everybody looking at the website, I'm still working on it. Don't worry. Gonna keep adding new stuff all the time. But thank you for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it. But yeah, man, I'm ready to see some Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. Let's run that back. I'm ready to see that one. See what's going down. All right. And then in MMA, wanted to probably just address a couple of fights that got the internet buzzing. All right. Let's see what fights we got going down in the remainder of this year. Let's see. So, got on July the 11th. That's going down this weekend. Hey, Maddox, how you doing? Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. I see y'all having so much fun this summer. Man, I'm glad y'all having vacationing. Yeah, you see it too. There you go. Yeah, hey, I see y'all out there having a good time. I enjoyed watching you guys out there this summer, and I'm glad y'all, again, y'all having a phenomenal summer. And thank you for joining in too. Thank you. And so we got July the 11th. We got Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway 2, and that's in the welterweight division. And that's it. That's the biggest rematch of the year. We shall see. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I'm not going to lie. Because again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a man of my word. We're not going to say and be advocating Conor McGregor on this show. If you don't know how to keep your hands to yourself, especially when it comes to a woman, you have no place here. There's no reason to really discuss too much of you at all. I'm just going to be honest. I don't believe, as first and foremost, a father, as well as a son and a husband, all of those things, I do not believe in any way, shape, or form to associate myself with somebody who put their hands on a woman. I just don't play that. I do not advocate that. I think that is ridiculous. If you find yourself in that sort of situation, male or female, please call the police or leave the situation, but call to get some help. Don't call your brothers. Don't call your family members. That only makes things worse. Call the authorities and allow them to work it out, because obviously you're at a point that you can't. Now, that fool Conor did that, and I just don't like the fact of giving people attention more than I am right now. So this is the last time we'll talk about that. Anyway, in August 15th, we got Islam Makhachev, and he's going against Ian Gary. Ian Gary for the welterweight title. I'm ready to see my man Islam get back in the squared octagon. So that's what's going down when it comes down to MMA world. We got a couple of good fights going. So we got another song tonight. All right. Got another song from my man Jamal Nash. This man is a very hungry artist, and we appreciate him here because, again, hey, if you with TKO, you with the right people. So I just want y'all guys to know that. But let's go ahead and make sure we get another song played tonight for you guys, okay? So tonight the song is Jamal Nash, and the song is Time's Ticking.
It's 05. What up, DP Sniper? I feel like shit right now, but I can't stop. Time ticking, can't waste it. Wanna eat, better plant them crops. Got ambition, go get that guap. Go to war, gotta kill them ops. Time ticking, respect that clock. Wanna eat, better plant them crops. Got ambition, go get that guap. Go to war, got ops. Time ticking, respect that clock. Don't wish life easier, strive to get better. Hone your craft, make some cheddar. Life get ugly like Christmas sweaters. Be Run DMC, tougher than leather. Caged like animals, I know that pain. Why this misery, thoughts in my brain. Look in the mirror, I'm the one to blame. Delete the picture, crush that frame. Can't hide the hurt, shame remains. Heat like firemen, warned by sirens. Fault them tyrants, wet them like hydras. Mission assignments, hostile environments. Tough requirement, soldier commitment. Sinning and grinning, I hope you repenting. Burning hell, I'm too fly ascending. Over the mess, evil foul is redness. Satan impressed, don't get finesse. Calculated moves just like chess. Slither through that garden, now we oppressed. Ate that fruit, why we distressed? Send travel the world like UPS. Enhance your mind, be like Malcolm X, not Detroit Red, crime obsessed. When everything legal, get due process. Wanna eat, better plant them crops. Got ambition, go get that guap. Go to war, gotta kill them ops. Time ticking, respect that clock. Wanna eat, better plant them crops. Got ambition, go get that guap. Go to war, gotta kill them ops. Time ticking, respect that clock.
If it all came perfect, then it wouldn't be worth it. More deeper than surface, all of these verses. We found out that it's purpose. Fierce ambition, with a palm that's itching. Not the time to be stingy, we share the same vision. Without mixing no envy, then we all benefit. Even though we ain't kicked it, you still in my mentions. Just keeping my distance, time is ticking. We didn't hear from the tension, now in person is friction. Live from the trenches, well I ain't got extensions. And babies go missing, 12 on visit. Protecting my district, you ain't dead if you diss it. Ain't niggas listen, and just want me to risk it. Cause G, you bitches.
Wanna eat, better plant them crops. Got ambition, go get that guap. Go to war, gotta kill them ops. Time ticking, respect that clock. Wanna eat, better plant them crops. Got ambition, go get that guap. Go to war, gotta kill them ops. Time ticking, respect that clock.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like it, man, and I love it. Cause man, Jamal Nash be bringing that heat. And that song right there is Time Ticking. We all got to remind ourselves that we're not here to be here for a long time. We're just here to be for a good time. And while we do it, the time's ticking. Don't waste that opportunity in life that you waiting for. Just like Jamal Nash, he's going for his, and you could do the same. Because here's another way we can support him and make sure that he keeps grinding and keeps coming back to the Knockout Hour is go to his social media sites where you can find Jamal Nash. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. That his music, as well as if any of you other artists out there looking for someone to get your music played, just like Jamal Nash with the song Time Ticking and In Those Trenches, them trenches and Time Ticking, well, please join us here in the Knockout Hour and hit up our email at iconprowrestling.tko@gmail.com. Thank you. And it says, sorry I'm late. I had a physical therapy appointment. Guess that tells you how the match went. It went awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Brian, everybody. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, man, for joining back, man. I'm glad you're here. As well as you, ladies and gentlemen, from the United States Airlift Wing. Hey, thank you guys so much for joining me. Man, Brian, I've been talking about you all week, man. I've been just playing back that promo to everybody I know to let them know my man Brian was ready to go. I think I lit a fire in your heart that last Monday night, right? So how'd it go? We are 31 strong and one very, very weak retired wrestler. Hey, wait a minute. Don't call me weak, man. I ain't over there with y'all. We're not. Brian, see, one thing you got to learn about wrestling is there's no such thing as retirement. We never retire. We retire when we leave this place. We always say that. Hey, man, it's my last match. And then 2 weeks later, this man debuting in a whole nother promotion. No, Brian, man, I promise you, I've been talking about you all week. But it says Craig took me out and even said, this one is for your boy. Oh, Craig, man, come on, bro. What's wrong with you? Why you got to put me in this? Look, I'm. Hey, look, Craig. All right, look. It wasn't you that was victorious. It's Brian let you win. See, Brian let you win because he is a jet pilot. Okay. All right, he's already up. He's already winning. You can't get no higher than that. Okay, my friend? You can't. And he said, I need to stay in the jet. Craig didn't win, but he beat me pretty bad. Was kind of embarrassing. See, there you go. You won, my man. See, there we go. See, here we go again. Here we go. There we go. See. See, sometimes winning doesn't always primarily mean it feels good physically. Nobody ever really said that. It said emotionally and spiritually. All right. Can we please move to Oba? Yes, we will. Because literally that's the next topic. That is literally the next topic, okay? All right. Whew. Thank you guys. Thank you, 31 Strong, ladies and gentlemen, for oh, by the way, happy 4th of July, guys. Thank you. Hey, yo, Brian, check this out too. Here we go. Okay. No. There we go. There we go. Right there. Yeah, man. So you see that flyer? It's nice, ain't it? It's a very nice flyer. That's my company, everybody. I was just telling everybody, I know people like Brian, 31 of you, ladies and gentlemen, back there, overseas defending our country. We know that you can't be there live. However, we're going to try to work on a live video feed for the ones that can't be there presently at home. I mean, there physically, yet at the same time, too. We tell everybody all the time, you can't be there physically, you can always donate. Please check out iconpro.square.site. If you want to donate to the cause, this right here, the fundraising event show that we're going to be able to give a lot of the proceeds to Cummins High School's wrestling department. So this past weekend, we have seen the crowning and the celebration of our new King of the Ring. Who was that? Who? It's I see you, TKL. Maybe I could do a flyover sometime when I get back stateside in 2032. See, now that's the thing. There's a big possibility I'll still be wrestling. Because you remember I just said earlier, there's no such thing retirement. But yeah, it would be an honor and a pleasure, sir. If you was able to do that, you my guy for life, as you always is. You solid, brother. But I would say that my man, Femi, did what I think was the best solution to eradicating the problem that he has that would eluded him in that match at SummerSlam as the fact because when you become the king of the ring or queen of the ring, you have a championship opportunity at SummerSlam. So he had the choice to choose between Sami Zayn, the current WWE Undisputed Champion, and or the World Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns. He decided because the decision was kind of made for him. Brock Lesnar made an entrance and came to step to him toe to toe, and he kicked Oba right in the cojones. He walks back up the ramp. He F5s Oba, by the way, too. But then Oba gets up and he calls him a B word. And then he says he wants to fight him at SummerSlam. The title can wait. As he told Adam Pearce backstage, he wants Brock Lesnar, because Brock Lesnar said he will accept this challenge and he will up it by having it in a Hell in a Cell. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Brock Lesnar and possibly his last match in the WWE and probably professional wrestling against Oba Femi in a Hell in a Cell Survivor Series, Minnesota. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going down. I cannot believe that they built the story this good that fast. And that's shout out to honestly, very well booking. And I do believe they have a great story because a lot of people are upset to say why Oba is not taking his title chance or going for the title right now. Now, I would say this. I understand what WWE did this because Oba's right. That title will always be there for him. There's no rush. The problem will be is that for the fans that believe other, you're not wrong. There's not a problem with that. I would just say that for me, if you rush a person to give him the belt just because the crowd said so, that's going to be the same reason you take it off of him. And if we dictate everything by the crowd, on every decision we make because the crowd likes it or not, then honestly, what would you'll start to lose fans. Because if we don't create parity, then what good is it for you to go to something you already know is going to happen, right? So I do understand why people can be frustrated, but I do believe that Oba versus Roman is a WrestleMania match. Oba versus Roman is a generational match because that's almost saying you're passing the torch to the new up and coming beast in the company, the ruler, the one that cannot be defeated. Who? Oba Femi, one of the best acquisitions that WWE has made in company history. I mean, the man is made of gold. I mean, it's no other way to describe him. Then we had, just to break down some things that went down, we had Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. I completely agree. Great analysis, TKO. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. And great minds think alike, by the way. I think that it, and then let's look at the other way. Everybody keeps saying that they see Brock Lesnar beating Sammy at Saturday Night Main Event, and him going into the match as champ, so Oba can win it. Again, that's not necessary. It's like putting a hat on the hat on the hat. They already have this climactic build up to where they are right now. It don't need to be. You gave me everything I wanted right now. This is the match everybody wants to see. You put these two silverback gorillas in this engagement and let them fight it out. I don't need a belt for that. That's where it shows the reason why he should be the next man. If he beats Brock, that's beating a multiple time world champion, one of the most athletic, super phenomic wrestler you have ever seen. Nobody has ever had the ability and everything that Brock had. He is a one of one. You cannot compare that. And Oba is the same. And I believe that these two right here, these two big silverbacks, is going to have one heck of a match. Just like I believe Roman and Seth Rollins is going to have a match to tell our grandkids about. I think this is the match everybody's been waiting. The payback is what I would call it. Because I do believe that they can run this match at SummerSlam and even get to Mania with it if they had to. I do believe that this is what the WWE been missing is two top superstars that their story is dated back to the day they started in this business together in WWE. How they were linked on the main roster together. I believe this story right here is the one we been waiting for too long, and it's worth it. That's why I think it's another great job by WWE. We have, because of self injuries, we could have already had this. Yet I think is now will probably be the hottest time it will ever have been, even with the run of Roman winning, the 4-year run. I think it's gonna be great. And then you got Judgment Day attack the Io Sky, and they escalated her feud with Liv Morgan heading into SummerSlam. But then you also got results. You got Rey Mysterio defeated Ethan Page with a 619 and Frog Splash. You had Joe Hendry. He beat Austin Theory with a standing ovation after a musical segment. Then you had Jimmy Uso defeated LA Knight. Yeah. Jey Uso distracts, leads to a roll-up win for Jimmy. We had Raquel Rodriguez. She faced Maxine Dupree. We seen a Tejada bomb, ladies and gentlemen, because she earned herself a women's intercontinental title opportunity. We had Chad Gable defeating JD McDonough. The ankle lock after Danhausen's interference. Speaking of Danhausen, I really truly believe that Danhausen is refreshing to wrestling. You got so many people out here trying to prove that they're the best. Yet, I think with Danhausen, he is out here proving what wrestling has always been, and that's pure entertainment at the highest level. And he brings everything that he does inside and outside the ring to put smiles and laughs on faces. And I think he's a phenomenal character. All right, let's see what's breaking down SmackDown. We had Sami Zayn. He opens the show as the new undisputed WWE champion, addressing the fans after beating Cody Rhodes and Gunther at Night of Champions. He had Cody Rhodes versus Jey Uso, who was booked as a number one contenders match for Zayn's title on next week's Raw, which we already know. Two things. Neither one of the two in there anybody wanted to see, number one. Number two, everybody knew Cody was going to get that title shot again. See, that's why I think the problem is it seemed like it's two different worlds in WWE to me on the main roster. And SmackDown got to the point I don't even watch it. I used to actually be a SmackDown guy. But I think this is the biggest problem WWE has with Cody Rhodes. Stop having him around the world title. Tell another story. The man loses the belt and wins it back literally the same way every time. Jey Uso, there's nobody. How do you lose in the era of no automatic clauses and you somehow find a way every time you lose to get a rematch? Kofi didn't get a rematch. A lot of great champions ain't getting no rematch. But you mean to tell me, hey, Big E got beat by Brock and didn't get no rematch. But you mean to tell me every time Cody lose, we got to sit here and hear this side story for the next 2 or 3 months till he get it back? Like, is there nothing that you could do with Cody? Even John Cena had to do something else from time to time. Come on, WWE. Because you just get to the point, I just can't even stand watching SmackDown. And not to mention, with Sami Zayn winning, this is not like he was a people's champ. Again, somebody that won that was losing on a regular basis. And now he's champion. Please make this make sense. I do not get it. Now Gunther's playing around with the general manager. Who cares? SmackDown is just oblivious to what people are really asking for because it's none of that. The women's division, y'all holding it hostage while Rhea Ripley, y'all deciding or not. There's no definite answer on what's going on. So you just believe in women in peril fighting over this. But if it was any other women's champion, y'all would have already stripped her of that title. I don't understand that. How is it that one show gets it and the other show, now you put Sami Zayn and Cody for the title on Raw? Nobody asked for that. But yet, they can't do it on SmackDown. So what's going to happen on SmackDown then? See, like y'all stupid. Anyway, match results. You got Jade Cargill, Mi Chan, and B Fam defeated Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton, and Chelsea Green. And Cargill hits Jade for the win. Yeah, Ray Phoenix defeated El Viking Del Kingo, and he retains the AAA Cruiserweight title in a high-flying thriller. I love the match, by the way. You got Laney Reed versus Brie Bella. Knee strikes after Paige was attacked by Play-Doh influence. Then you had Cody Rhodes defeated Jay. Side note, Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes continue their U.S. title tensions. Then Blake Monroe attacks Julia and Kiana James backstage. On the current state of WWE, I think they're gearing up certain things on Raw that I like. SmackDown, they need some work. NXT, they're working out new talent. I like that. Let them stay in NXT longer, please. Please, guys, stop calling this talent to come up to the main roster. Let them cook, okay? As well as if you're looking somewhere, you're looking for a company to cook, please check out Icon Pro Wrestling. If you want to check out a company that I own and run, and we try to do the best we can to provide the best entertainment you will ever see when it comes to professional wrestling, please check us out at Icon Pro Wrestling LLC on all social media sites, as well as if you're ready to look up this handsome man online and you just can't get enough of your TKO on Mondays between this hour, please check me out on all my social media sites. That's TKO336. You're going to check me out on Facebook. My name is Teddy Ireland Jr. But yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, it's got Icon Pro 11, the quest for gold, as we're on the way to crowning a new heavyweight champion, new and first ever, as well as finish up our first round when it comes down to the heavyweight tournament. You guys and ladies do not want to miss it, as well as our tag team champions, Don Petty and Jamal the Titan. The Ebony Giants will be in action. So make sure you scan the QR code or go to iconpro.square.site to get your tickets right now. Don't wait. You don't want to miss it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. Make sure you check out Monday Night Raw as well as check out Icon Pro Wrestling on YouTube and TKO. And it's again, as always, Brian, it's been a pleasure. Susan, Harper, Maddox, as well as all you crazy knockouts and knockouts all over the world. This is your boy TKO, your Gals Junior Heavyweight Champion. And I'll see you next week. Love you. Peace.
What you looking at, boy? What you looking at? I got a TKO on wherever the pool is at. What you looking at, boy? What you looking at? Got two Tulies of my own, I don't need a gang. Hold up, no sir. Step into the mic, bring me closer. Sabotage back in the lab, and to stop that, you gonna have to go through both. The swole up. Anytime I pull up the bars, I buck up my shoulders and pour the heart. Word to God, my gears push the starter feature, but my skill set a la carte. Woo! You don't understand. I got something sins in one palm of my hand. Balls are right rigid and bodies get numb every time I demonstrate the main rule.